let me just type in here, happy full moon in Aquarius, because I forgot to mention that in the Aquarius. I forgot to mention that in the title. Oops, full moon in Aquarius There we go. Happy full moon in Aquarius, everyone. So I want to just start off by saying hi and welcome to the League of Badass Butterflies. This is the group where we meet twice a week to talk about starting a new spiritual life coaching business. We talk about becoming a life coach, running your business, what it means, and what you have to do inside your head, in your heart, and what actions you need to take in order to become a spiritual life coach with a thriving divine coaching business. Okay, so if you are new here, I want to welcome you. I want to thank you for joining. And I want to ask you to check in with me here. And if you're watching live, please type in the comments #live. And if you're watching the replay, type in #replay. So look, y'all, we have a lot going on. And today, no, it's tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow is the full moon in Aquarius. And you all know here in the League, I normally will do a moon report so that you all can kind of prepare for the moon that's coming, whether it's a full moon or a new moon. We do the report, then you all are ready when the moon hits, okay? However, I have moved that feature to my superpowers group, because working with the moon is definitely a superpower, and it is not for the faint of heart. You need to really take it seriously. And so I've moved the moon ritual events into that group. So the workbooks are there. Excuse me, for those who are a part of the Superpowers Academy. All right, so we're still meeting here in the League on Tuesdays and Fridays, and we're talking about your coaching business. But if you want to be a part of that deep healing work, then you got to come into the Superpowers Academy. You can still join us. I'm going to be talking about that today. So feel free to join. Rebecca, if you will please put the link for the ladies to join the Superpowers Academy. It's not too late. We're just starting today. I'm still putting the finishing touches on the program, which is really exciting. Okay, look, I have to admit that I love being a life coach. But one of the things I love about being a life coach is I love being a nerd and putting together a program, right? So as a life coach, you have to build programs that help people heal and transform. And how to do that, you can have it in your head, and it makes perfectly good sense in your head. But when it comes down to actually putting it out for people to use, it's a lot of work, and it is an art form. And thank God I've been doing this for a long time, because I'll tell you, I got the idea to do the Superpowers Academy at the beginning of July. And I thought, oh, I'm going to do this at the beginning of July. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give myself 1 month to get it done. And with the help of Rebecca and Roxanne, we have managed to get it 98% done, and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so let me check in and see who's here with me today. I see that Harmonice is here. Hi, Precious. I'm so glad you made it. That makes me really happy to see you. So happy. Thank you for joining. And Tracy is here. I'm so glad that you're here, Tracy. Thank you for joining. And Jackie, of course, is here. Woo, Jackie, let's go. Let's do this, man. I know that Betty has got some things going on. BB has got some things going on. BB's dealing with technology. So look, we are going to go ahead and tuck into what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to just say, just to give you an overview of what we're doing today. Today, we're going to be focusing mostly on the Superpowers Academy because I want to make sure that the ladies who are enrolled in that know what to do. It's the first day, so I want to make sure you all know what to do. Now, I also, though, want to talk just a little bit about this full moon in Aquarius, because this is going to be important for everyone to kind of understand. If you all will recall, full moons are a time of healing. It's when a thing has come full circle. And what that means is what you started 6 months ago around your wherever the moon is transiting, what you started 6 months ago has come halfway around to where it needs to be. So it's at you started creating 6 months ago, and now you are healing whatever is blocking your creation. So the next couple of days, I want you to watch your energy, watch your focus, watch your emotions, because the full moon, even though it's a really beautiful event that we get to see with our eyes, when the moon is full in the sky, it's very magical and it feels really good to see the moon. It's beautiful in the middle of the night when you wake up and the moon is shining that incredible, like silver and platinum light into your room. It's really exciting. It's romantic. It's sexy. But here's the problem. When the moon is full, she is illuminating your subconscious mind and your unconscious self. So this can be a very dark and scary time for people, especially when you have a lot that's in your subconscious mind that is hidden and you're not dealing with it. The moon, when it's full, brings up all the shit for healing, for you to deal with. So if you feel nervous, anxious, depressed, scared, if you notice that you have a lot of escape mechanisms that are triggering, like you're wanting to compulsively eat, drink, smoke, you want to binge watch a bunch of television, there's a reason why you feel this way, okay? And it is because the moon is calling you to heal some deeply seated fears, traumas, and emotional wounds. So what do you do for yourself at this time? First of all, you show yourself compassion. Number one, you and everybody else deserve compassion, particularly at this time. Number two, pull out your journal and do some shadow work. Just write down how you feel, what you're thinking. Parent yourself like you have a 5-year-old child that's inside you and she's terrified. Talk to her, nurture her, make yourself a cup of tea, a cup of cocoa, sit down and talk to yourself, write everything out in your journal, and just be compassionate. That's what I want to say for you. Now, this full moon is in Aquarius, which is the sign of friendships and networking and group affiliations, okay? So right now, you may not feel all that safe in your group environment. You might be having some issues with your friends. You might be questioning how you fit in, and it is perfectly normal. Again, you deserve compassion, but also keep in mind that the people around you are going through the same things. So many people are looking and questioning whether they belong in their group. They're questioning their value to their friends. They're questioning themselves, and they're questioning even you and how you are showing up for them. So again, compassion is needed all the way around so that you all can be effective and good to one another. All right. So let me just, if you all in the comments, if what I'm saying is resonating, let me know. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. I'd love to know how you've been feeling over the last couple of days in the comments. So when you get a moment, just kind of tell me what your feelings have been. Personally, I've had a lot of clarity. I am an Aquarius, so this full moon for me is kind of really highlighting the shadows in my personality, but I feel very capable. I feel very confident in dealing with my own shadows. One of the things that is helping me is I'm doing this work that's in the Superpowers Academy, and I'm going to show you what that work is in just a few moments, okay? But doing this kind of work is very grounding for the soul. It helps me, and it will help you find a space for your emotions, and it will help you feel really safe as you're going through this full moon, okay? So, very good. So let me just check in and see if there's any feedback from anyone, and then we will continue. And Tracy says, yeah, it makes complete sense exactly as you are describing here. Excellent, Tracy. Thank you so much for your feedback. And again, during this full moon period, it's important to kind of understand that those of us who are particularly sensitive, we will start to feel the effects of the full moon 3 days before the moon rises. Okay, so the moon will rise on Wednesday, but you all might have started feeling something on Sunday. And, you know, maybe your sleep pattern is a little weird. Maybe your, for me, I've been feeling off balance. I've been feeling a lot of like physical kind of wavering, not fully present in my body, like a little bit disembodied, very feminine. This is a very feminine time of the month, okay? Especially if you all are still having your moon cycles, if you're still menstruating, you all during this time can be very intuitive, very aware, and very, very much connected to your feeling nature, your emotions. So you might be very, very emotional right now, okay? So let's tuck into what we're doing in the Superpowers Academy and what this is all about. So I've been talking about the Superpowers Academy for the last 30 days, okay? Like everything out of my mouth is, oh, the Superpowers Academy. Well, now we got the Superpowers Academy. It is up and running. Today is the official first day. And I'm bringing it here to you all because you all will understand it, and a bunch of you have enrolled. So I know that this is a good place to get the word out. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. Oh, she's going to share her screen if she can figure out. Yes, here we go. Boop, boop, ba-doo. There. Haha, share. Okay. Oh, I should have shared the other thing too, but that's okay. All right, so this is kind of the home page for the Superpowers Academy. And so what you all are going to be seeing in the Superpowers Academy is the calendar for the month, okay? And this is a calendar that if you click on it, it will open up the calendar as a PDF that you can download and print or download and save. That's entirely up to you, but that is an option. My team is so clever. They figure out how to make things really easy for you all. So there you go. And Rebecca is super effective, okay? We've got some pictorial navigations for you to use, but I'm going to skip the pictures for right now. And I'm going to just move into the lesson, the curriculum, just kind of going down. We're not going to go into full detail about this, but I'm just going to talk to you about what's important and what's happening in this program. So this program is called the Badass Butterfly Superpowers Academy. And what we're doing here, it's a 1-year healing and transformation program. And it's meant for women who want to become spiritual life coaches, but maybe you don't know a lot about being a spiritual life coach, and maybe you want to work on your own emotions. You want to coach yourself. You want to feel a little bit more confident before you start trying to be a life coach. Well, this is a great program for you. And here's why. Number one, it's a whole year of healing principles. So one of the things, and actually I'm going to stop the screen share for a moment, but one of the things that you have to do as a spiritual life coach is you have to understand what people need to get them from point A to point B. Okay, so you have to know how a person starts. So what it's like to be suffering, what it's like to be in pain, what it's like to not have what you want, and then to want to get there, like you don't know how to get there, right? So your clients, I'm sorry, I should say that differently. Your clients have a point A. They have dreams and desires that they want, but they don't know how to fulfill those desires. They don't know how to make their dreams real. They are suffering from some trauma and some pain. Maybe they've been divorced. Maybe they can't advance in their jobs. Maybe they're suffering from feelings, suffering from issues of abandonment. Maybe they have fears of failure. Maybe they're procrastinators. Maybe they're suffering from depression and anxiety. Who knows? It could be anything. You have to discover what their point A is, and then you have to create a program to get them from point A, which is feeling bad, to point B, which is feeling good, feeling empowered, feeling like they can take on the world, like they know how to achieve their goals. So that is the work of a spiritual life coach in a very simplified form, okay? Now, it is not difficult to be a life coach, but you do need some training. So what I've done in the Superpowers Academy is to create a healing program where you can work on yourself, but by working on yourself, you're actually going to learn a lot of the healing and coaching principles that you need to help other people. So this is not a healing program for just anybody on the street. This is a healing program for women who want to become spiritual life coaches. Okay, so what I'm doing in the academy is giving you some healing techniques, and I'm also teaching you some cool ways that you can use to create your own healing program. Okay, so let me get back to sharing my screen. Now, if you all have questions, please let me know. Okay, look, I'm going to share my whole screen, and I'm also going to open up this window because I see my running vision board in the background. And we're going to just kind of cover that up. So, all right, here we go. So, um, with any healing program, you need a point of focus, okay? Because even though you're going to be dealing with like 20 different people, you need to have everybody kind of working in the same area, okay? Now, for me, the most important thing that I can help a person heal and transform falls under the umbrella of unworthiness. Unworthiness. So what does it mean to be unworthy or to feel unworthy? Unworthiness is a feeling that comes, it's biblical, okay? Let me just say that it's biblical. It starts with that original kind of Christian idea of God having Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Eve eats the apple from the tree of wisdom or the tree of knowledge. She's eaten, and all of a sudden she's got awareness, okay? She's got contrast. She was living in the cloud of joy and union, right? And she was naked and innocent. And then she ate this apple from this tree of knowledge, right? Which God was like, don't eat that apple. You're going to have everything you want. But if you eat that apple, you're going to be sorry, okay? And Eve was like, ooh, the snake tempted me. I'm going to eat this apple. It looks so good. I'm going to expand. Okay. So Eve ate the apple and she expanded. And then all of a sudden, and she gave Adam a bite. And Adam, Adam is like, oh my God, you're hot and naked. I'm naked. Both of them are acting like, oh my God, God sees us. We are naked. We're bare. Like, oh my God, we have shame. Okay. So this idea of unworthiness comes from the awareness of the contrast between the perfection of the Garden of Eden and God's love, and this idea that, ooh, maybe this is not okay, maybe I'm not okay. And we are kind of like the children of Adam and Eve and their original sin, which is, you know, taking in knowledge and separating themselves from God, right? So the result is that we have this feeling of unworthiness within us. And the program that I've created is a 1-year program that tackles unworthiness using the astrology of each month. So now we're moving into a different phase. So let me just check in with you all on Facebook and let me see if what I'm talking about makes sense. Hey, BB made it. I'm so glad you made it, BB. Jackie says I menstruate with the new moon. Jackie, I was a new moon menstruator too. Excellent. So you all, I hope this makes sense about unworthiness. If it doesn't, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions. All right. Tracy says, yes, sounds awesome. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. So what we're doing, so unworthiness is kind of like what we're wanting to heal. And here's the other thing I want to say. I'm going to stop the screen share again. When I say we're healing unworthiness, what I mean is it's not as simple as, oh, I'm worthy. It's not that simple, because unworthiness is not that simple. To be worthy or to come back to unity with God, that's ultimately what I want for you. okay? We're using the term unworthiness because it's something that we can relate to, but really what we want is union with divine source energy or God, or however you want to call it, okay? And what that means is when you wake up every day, you recognize that God loves you unconditionally, and your beliefs, your mind, and your emotions, and your thoughts, and your habits, and your attitudes all are in alignment with you having the unconditional love of God, and you being that woman who has a divine father and a divine mother and a divine inheritance. If that is true of you, how do you think? How do you behave? What choices do you make on earth? How do you treat yourself? What foods do you eat? How do you dress yourself? How do you address and deal with other people when challenges arise? What thoughts do you take on? How do you handle things? What are you attracting into your life? I guarantee that when you are in an unworthy vibration, your thoughts, attitudes, behaviors, beliefs, attitudes, all that, when you're in that unworthy space, that is what you are thinking, believing, and manifesting. When you heal unworthiness, you move into a space of worth, and all your beliefs follow that, and all your manifestations follow that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I hope this is resonating. You all give me your feedback on that. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to get you from feeling where you are right now? Okay, whatever your issues are right now, that's your point A. How are we going to get you from point A to point B, where you are feeling worthy and you are feeling confident and you trust the universe and you are making big decisions for yourself? You're no longer thinking small. You're no longer playing small. You're no longer living a caterpillar life. You have transformed and are living that badass butterfly life, making badass butterfly decisions. How are we going to do that? Well, that's where my program comes in. For 1 year, we are going to work on healing the issues around unworthiness. Okay, now let me share my screen again. Whoopsie, hold on. Wait, cancel. Cancel. Here we go. We're going to go. Okay, hold on. Before I go back to sharing my screen. So this is a 1 year program. Why is it 1 year? Because let's face it, temporary stuff, instant gratification doesn't last. Okay, we're not trying to do temporary, we're trying to actually transform. So we don't want you just to feel better today and then to slack off tomorrow. Okay, we need to change your mindset, change who you are being, and that takes time. So 1 year is a really good time. It takes you through 4 seasons. It takes you through many, many, many moons. Okay, there's a lot of opportunity for you to start strong, then fall off, then get back on, then go on, fall off, come back on, get stronger, 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 and then to graduate. Okay, so 1 year is a great amount of time because it's going to cover a whole year of moon cycles, a whole year of sun cycles. You're going to go through all these major areas of transformation. All right, so we're going to be using the sun as our primary kind of guide to tell us what we should be focusing on each month, and we're going to use the moon to help us heal. So the sun is going to tell us where our major focus is going to be, and then the moon is going to come in and to help us heal. All right. Oh dear, it just started raining. Sorry guys, little bit distracted. I thought the rain was done for the day. It is not. It seems it is just beginning. So sorry, just a little bit distracted. We've had so much rain here in Paris. It's been crazy. Anyway, I'm happy that we have the rain. It's nice, cool summer, not complaining, very blessed to be alive and living in Paris. Thank you, God. So, right. So knowing that we're going to use the sun and the moon, we can kind of let that go. All right. Let that go into the background. What I'm going to have us do, because I've already thought this through, all right? And actually, maybe I will show you this. Hold on. So what are we going to be working on healing each month, right? So this month is August. The sun is in Leo for the most part. So what we're going to be working on is healing the emotion of blame, all right? Now, why blame and Leo and August? It's a spiritual, energetic vibration. I'm not going to go into that right now, but there is a reason why the pain points that we have chosen have come up for each month. I went into deep meditation, did a lot of research on this. So these pain points are, by us working on them at this time, we have more energetic and spiritual support to help us heal these main pain points. So for August, it's blame. September, it's inner criticism. October, inadequacy. November, powerlessness. December, irresponsibility. January, illegitimacy. February, intolerance. March, unforgivingness. April, fear. May, impotency. June, limitation. And July, the egoic self. All right. So all of that is really not important for you right now, but this is just kind of giving you an idea of how the program works. Every month, we're going to focus on one thing, and I have a very dynamic and robust healing plan for you, for us, to heal these things. So I'm going to pop in and just kind of give you an overview of what we're doing. All right. So part of the process is, actually, there are 5 things that we do in this program to heal. And actually, maybe I should open this up. Okay. So one of the things that we do in this program is meditation. All right. Meditation is helping you connect to your divine self, period. It's helping you go inside. Now, another thing that we do is we visualize and we create affirmations that come from inside us. We don't take affirmations from somebody else and try to apply them to ourselves. So we have a process that I've created to help you bring forth the right affirmation for you. Okay, so this is an affirmation that is going to work for you because it's coming from you. All right, so we use meditation, spoken word, prayer, affirmation, and then the big part of the program is journaling. Now, journaling, I'm going to stop the screen share. Journaling is really, really important for spiritual life coaches. Why? Because number one, journaling is a powerful healing process, okay? Spirit connects with you through the written word. You connect with you through the written word. Your subconscious mind comes forward through the written word. Journaling is powerful, okay? But also, as a spiritual life coach, you have to start priming yourself to write. Writing is one of the most important things that you are going to do as a spiritual life coach. It's how you're going to develop your spiritual philosophy, but it's also how you're going to get the message about who you are and what you do out to the world. Now, a lot of people say, well, what about videos? I can just make videos. Yeah, you can make videos. And if you have not written about what you're going to talk about in your videos, you're going to have these long rambling videos that don't go anywhere, and you're going to be going on for an hour. You won't know what the point is. Your customers, your clients won't know what the point is, and they'll be like, bravo, you're very charming, and I still don't know what you do. Okay, so you cannot escape the writing process as a spiritual life coach. So I know that this is intimidating for people. So what I've done in this program is to give you some very specific writing exercises that are meant to help you heal, but they're also going to help you learn how to write about the things that life coaches need to learn how to write about, such as emotions, spirituality, transitions, receiving outcomes, transformation, metaphors, fairies, goddesses, anything you need to learn how to write about, you will have the opportunity to do that in this program. Okay, so journaling is a big part of the program. And let me just see if you all have any questions or anything, because you know I can get on a roll. And yeah, I can get on a roll. All right, Christy made it. Hi, Christy. I'm so glad you made it. Send it to TX. I love the rain. Oh, I know you need it in Texas. Okay, got it. Wait, Jackie, are you in Texas and BB is in Texas too? And yes, Jackie, this is the perfect excuse to go get a new journal. I recommend, I have that written down in the, as a part of the process, like feel free to go get yourself a brand new journal and a pen. Of course, in the program, we have workbooks. And actually, I think I'll take you all through that in a moment. I'll take you through that in a moment. But yes, having your own journal, I think, is really important. I do love, you know, I love our workbooks, but I also, I love journals. I've got tons of written journals in which I write, as well as type, you know, digital stuff. I got it all because I love the process and I love a good journal. So whatever it takes for you to have the experience that makes you feel powerful. That's what I want you to do. Digital or written journal, paper, it's okay. Now, okay, so journaling is a huge part of this. And I also have a part of this where I teach you how to write as a professional writer so that you can go from just journaling, but into like presenting your work. That is a part of what we will be doing, okay? Now, all of you all who have enrolled in the program, you have access to the program already, so you can start looking at all this stuff. But keep in mind, I still need to put some finishing touches, but for the most part, you're good to go. All right, another part of the program, let me share my screen again. Share screen, boom, share. Another part of the program is yoga. And now for yoga, oh, actually, I opened the wrong thing. This is just kind of like an introduction. What we've done, well, let's see, let me go here. Let me go here. So what I've done is put together 3 yoga playlists. So there are 3 different sets of yoga playlists that you can access. There's the beginning yoga playlist, there's an intermediate yoga playlist and a advanced yoga playlist. And I set it up as a challenge because I like a challenge. I will be starting my yoga challenge on Sunday, and I'll be inviting you all to start with me if you want to do a 44-day yoga challenge. And look, we'll talk about this more, but for me, like if a yoga class is 1 hour, I'm not doing an hour of yoga. That is not fun for me. Like it's already challenging for me to do 10 minutes of yoga. All right. So for me, 10 minutes. You all might be more along 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes, whatever. You can do what you want to do. The point is that you're going to do the yoga that works for you, that feels good for you. Okay. So part of the program is just incorporating yoga in some kind of way because it's essential for your healing. All right. And then let's see, we've got yoga, journaling, spoken word. I'm missing something. Oh, the meditation. We have a beautiful meditation playlist that I've put together. There are 33 meditations from which you can choose. You can do a meditation challenge. If you want to just do one of these meditations every day, that's a great way to get your vibration raised. These are all beautiful guided meditations that you can use. You guys, I lost my train of thought, so let me get back into the program and see what it was that I was wanting to do. Oh, let's see. We've talked about meditation. We've talked about spoken word. We've talked about journaling, and we've now talked about yoga. The last element is fasting. All right. So let me stop my screen share. So y'all, you do not have to fast. Okay. But what I have learned is that fasting is so freaking powerful for the healing process. So in the program, there's an intermittent fasting section and a longer fasting section, and you're invited to do it. Okay, you're invited to incorporate that as a part of your healing journey. You are not required to, but you can. So let me just right now open up the workbooks, and I'm going to share with you some of the workbooks that we have. And actually, Rebecca, I don't see the logbook on here. Did you give me the link to the logbook? Can you put the logbook on here for me as well? Because I don't even know if we have have you uploaded the logbook yet to the, we have so many books. Oh my God. Crystal Lynn, we have so many books. Here we go. Downloads, here we go. The logbook. Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go, logbook, here it is. Yes, okay, let me share my screen. Thank you, Precious. Share screen, boom. Share screen, here we go, logbook. So this is your logbook, all right? And your logbook is not your workbook. Your logbook is just the place where you are going to keep record of the fact that you did something good for yourself on a certain day. All right, that's it. All right. So on the days you meditate, you're going to write down that you meditated. Okay, you meditated. Good for you. Write it down. Okay, because what we want is at the end of 3 months, okay, because it's broken down into seasons. So at the end of several months, you're going to have a log of all the good stuff that you did for yourself. This is going to be so powerful for you to document what you are doing for yourself, because sometimes we forget that we are great advocates for ourselves. Okay, so in this logbook, you're going to document when you meditate, when you pray, when you journal, when you yoga, when you do your fasting, when you do intermittent fasting, and when you do long fasting. Okay, because it's easy to forget when you do good things. We tend to remember when we do things wrong. Okay, but we forget when we do things right. This is not going to let you forget. Okay, so this is your logbook. Now we also have your workbook. Now the workbook, you get one workbook per month. So the logbook, we get one per season. So like for 3 months, we'll use the one logbook, but every month you're going to get a brand new workbook. And the workbook is where you're going to do your work. You can use the workbook or your journal, okay? But this is where you're going to do your visualization work and your journaling work. Those are done in the workbook or in your journal, whatever you prefer. But the workbook is here to help, to serve you, okay? It's there if you want to use it, all right? Now, the other thing that you're going to get, you all are familiar with this if you've been following me for any time at all, and that is the moon workbook, okay? This is the moon. We've got a full moon coming up here in Aquarius, so this is the workbook for that, okay? This contains your ritual and the internal shadow work that you're going to be doing, all right? And let's see, did I skip something? Yes, the last thing that we have for right now is the calendar of events. So in this calendar, you've got the dates for the next 3 months. So this calendar, and these are all obviously available in the program, right? They are all listed here under the Now Let's Get Started with instructions, the daily practice, and downloads, right? So all your workbooks are here that you're going to need for the month, all right? Let's see, where am I? Sorry, I lost my place. Hello, where did you go? Right, so this is the healing season calendar of events. It's got everything you need. It's got the moon dates are on here for you. So when the moon is rising, the full moon, the new moon, when we're doing the ritual and having the live streams, all of that is here for you. And you all know, I didn't even mention this, but you all know that we have a 3-hour workshop on the 3rd Sunday of every month, okay? Oh man, I forgot to also mention that we have these live group healings as well, all right? So don't worry, if you're in the group, it's all written out for you, all right? Even if I'm not mentioning it all here, there's a lot that I've put together. So there's the spiritual healing sessions, okay? So you have the group healing sessions, which happen once a month, and these are the actual calendars. And those superpowers workshops are really important. This is where you're going to be learning tarot, shadow work, Reiki, all the things. We're going to have a big workshop once a month. All of this is included in your monthly membership to this program. There's a lot here, okay? So I think that I have shown you pretty much everything that you need to get started for right now. That is the overview of what we are doing in the Badass Butterfly Superpowers Academy. I'm really excited. I hope you're excited, y'all. And I'm also really happy that I lowered the price on this. First of all, I want to thank all the people who originally enrolled at the full price. You all are the ones who made it possible for me to lower the price for everyone else. And so that is a real blessing to you all. And yeah, and you know, it's really great to be able to offer this and to make it affordable for everyone. All right, and so you can join, you're not too late, you can join for $134 a month. I am not saying that the price will not go up in the future, okay? But if you buy in at this price now, then this is going to be your price for the program. You don't have to worry if you're buying in now. It's just when I offer it in the future, it will probably be offered at a price that actually reflects the true value, as opposed to something that is entry level for our founding members. Okay. All right. Let me see what your comments are. And I want to thank you all very much for joining me today. All right. Let's see. Jackie, I have a million, always looking for excuses to buy more. I know that that comment is about journals. I know that. Bibi says, I have about 30 of them. Yes. Christy says, I journal every day. I love journaling. It's my favorite me time and my mindset is clear. Thank you, Christy. Yes. Okay. Yes. Whole bookshelves full. Love yoga challenges, AM and PM. Excellent. Hides in Taurus from fasting. I totally get it. But look, it might be easier to fast if there are more of us that are doing it. That's what I'm hoping to do already. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get ourselves a little healthy, fun, gentle fasting community. Christy says, yeah, yoga, yes, I feel you on that. A whole hour is a little hard to maintain in my daily routine. I do feel it's necessary as well as fasting and meditation. They're both vital for mind and body. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for anointing and your help with organizing our mindsets and taking back our power over our lives. Yes. Oh, you're so welcome, my darling. Thank you. That's beautiful. Shout out. Thank you, Christy. Yes, please, Addie. Get on it. Yes, and you're welcome, Bibi. It is a blessing to be able to help you. And I'm glad that you are stepping into this. And, you know, one of the things that's really important for me, and this is, I'm going to wrap up our session by saying these things, my friends. You are a woman with a calling. You are being called to become a spiritual life coach, which is basically the same thing as saying that you are being called to be a servant of the divine. And one of the old kind of myths that higher power structures that are not really ethical, what they've been doing is kind of keeping us down and limited, okay, by telling us that we are disempowered in ways that are not true. And we've bought into those stories of disempowerment. And what I want us to do is to wake up to the power of God within. Our own personal connection with God. God as you see it. It doesn't matter. This is not a Christian God that I'm talking about or a Hindu God. I'm talking about life force energy, source energy, the creative intelligence that created all, okay? If you will create a new relationship with that, you will awaken to your best life. And my spiritual philosophy says that that life force energy is unconditionally loving and it wants you to be your best. The opportunity is for you to have an ego, to have fear, to have doubt, to have shame. That's an opportunity. An opportunity to what? An opportunity to overcome those things, to confront your fear, to overcome your doubt, to step into your power, and to live and create as the divine child of a divine being that loves you. And that's what we're going to be doing in the Superpowers Academy, working on a monthly basis to peel back the layers of the illusion, whether it's blame or inner criticism or doubt or inadequacy or illegitimacy, whatever those issues are, we are pulling away from the lie and we are stepping back into the Garden of Eden and claiming the love that God has for us. Okay, that's what I have to say. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you want to sign up for this academy, it's going to be awesome and you are welcome. Okay. You can always sign up. Today is not the last day. Like, you can join next month, but if you join next month, you're missing what we're doing this month. You're missing the work that we're doing this month, and it is awesome. So sign up now and let's get this party started. I'm really, really excited. BB says I'm crying. BB, I'm so glad that you're crying. I think you're crying because you know the truth. You know that you're a divine being of God, and you know that you have to go back home to God, to the Garden of Eden. I think that's why you're crying. If I'm wrong, you tell me. BB will be like, no, girl, I'm crying because I just stubbed my toe. Like, oh, okay, I missed it. I missed the point. Harmony says, your words are so powerful. That stream was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, sweet friend. Thank you, sweet cousin. I'm so happy that you're here joining us. It is wonderful that you are here. I'm excited. I'm excited for you and us. And BB says, yes, exactly. Yes, BB, that's okay. I'm so glad that your heart is touched and you're open and you are ready. So let's get this party started. If you're in the Superpowers Academy, I want you to make sure you get the dates on your calendars so you don't miss any opportunity to connect with me and the other ladies in the group, okay? Mark your calendars, that's the first thing. The next thing that I'm gonna want you all to do is to start reading through the first section of the program. Look, you all know that I do a lot of writing, okay? But it's important to understand what we're doing. And there's nothing that is written that is complicated or difficult to understand, but it is deep. And I want you to, take your time and read that. Now, in my mind, okay, the program has started today. It's August 1st, but the real work doesn't begin until Sunday, which I think is August 5th. I could be wrong, but whatever this Sunday is, let's let that be the real starting date. So right now you have access to the program. Start reading, setting up your calendars, getting your journals, figuring out when you're going to put time into this work, okay? Do that. And then by Sunday, you'll be ready to actually dig in, okay? If you get ready before Sunday, good, get ready before Sunday. But there's quite a bit, right? Because I want you all to start thinking about fasting, and I want you to think about when you're gonna do your yoga, and when you're gonna do your meditation, and when you're gonna do your journaling. That's a lot to think about. Okay, so go ahead and get started. And for everyone else who's in the League of Badass Butterflies, do not think that I have forgotten about you. Friday is going to be our first official day where we're talking about the High Priestess. This is important because if you are a spiritual life coach, you are also a high priestess, a channel for divine feminine energy, okay? All this month in August, we're going to be talking about that. So I want you to be prepared. Okay, we're going to do that on Friday. So mark your calendar, same time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, here in the League of Badass Butterflies. All right, signing off, everybody. Oh, Tracy says, my throat chakra is so full of energy. Woo! Yes! Awesome, Tracy. I look forward to seeing what you do with that. You know, this whole throat chakra, this is very much about like expressing yourself, expressing your spiritual philosophy, doing your journaling, your spoken sacred words, praying. This is how we manifest in the world. That's what we're going to be doing in the Superpowers Academy. All right, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I will see you all on Friday, if not sooner. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye for now.